Assalamualaikum student. Today the topic we discussed that is driving force. Well, consider a car that is top of the mountain. Hence, this car possesses high potential energy because a vertical position above the ground in the gravitational field of the earth. So it possesses high potential energy. We know that the car moved from the top of the mountain toward the ground by itself. When the car come to the ground, its potential energy become zero. So this is the low potential energy when car is come to the ground. This level is low potential energy. So what we learned on this topic, object move from high potential region to low potential region by itself. Second, when the car move from high potential to low potential region, this potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. So we write when this car move from high potential region to low potential region, then its potential energy is converted into kinetic energy due to its. Let's consider another car on the ground. So it know that its potential energy is low. I'm interested it to move the car top of the mountain. Does this car move from the ground to the top of the mountain by itself? The answer is no. The car itself not move from the ground to the top of. We need some sort of force to move the car from the ground to the top of the ground. This force is provided by the car engine, that is called engine force, that provides the car to move from the ground to the top of the mountain. This engine force is called the driving force. So thirdly, what we learned that we need driving force to move an object from low potential region to high potential region. So this example we learned three universal fact that object move from high potential region to low potential region by itself. When this car move from high potential region to low potential region, then potential energy is converted into kinetic energy due to its motion. Third fact is that we need driving force to move an object from low potential region to high potential region. That is we learned from this example. Now let's consider 2 points P and Q. Let's consider point P have 5 charges and point Q have 2 charges. Let point P at high potential region and point Q at low potential region. Now we let electric potential energy of charges at point P is 10 joule and potential energy of charges at point Q is 3 joule. Charges move from high potential region to low potential region by itself. We know that potential energy of charges at P is 10 joule and potential energy of charges at point Q is 3 joule. Thus, we can write potential difference between point P and Q is 7 joule. Thus, we can define the potential difference, that is the energy difference between 2 points in electric field is called potential difference. Let me repeat it. The energy difference between 2 points in electric field is. Now understand what is voltage. We take 2 points P at high potential region and Q at low potential region. P have 5 charges and Q point have 2 charges. We know that the point P is potential energy is 10 joule and point Q is potential energy is 3 joule. So potential difference between two charges is equal to 7 joule. This point P at high potential region and point Q at low potential region. When charges fall from high potential region to low potential region, they also possess kinetic energy when they fall from high potential region to low potential region. So question here is arise, how much kinetic energy possessed by these charges when they flow from high potential region to low potential region? Well, we know that these charges possess 7 joule kinetic energy when they move from high potential region to low potential energy region. Then it kinetic energy that is possessed by charges is that is 7 joule. So what we learn, when the charges move from high potential region to low potential region, it possesses 7 joule kinetic energy. So we call this 7 joule kinetic energy is that is voltage. 7 joule kinetic energy is called voltage. So we can define what is voltage, the energy possessed by charges due to potential difference is called voltage. Remember that we can utilize this kinetic energy, 7 joule voltage or kinetic energy, to move the charges. We can convert this voltage to light energy, sound energy, and heat energy, etc. We need some force to move the charges from low potential region to high potential region. We use a battery. Here we use a battery to move the charges from low potential region to high potential region. Once the charges reach to the high potential region, they will fall down to the low potential region. Thus, battery being a driving force, battery provides the driving force again the charges to move from the low potential region to high potential region. So this battery keeps the constant flow of current in the circuit. This battery is called electromotive force. Electromotive force, that is denoted by EMF. Thus, we can define electromotive force as, so electromotive force is the driving force of a device that keep the constant flow of charges across circuit. Let me repeat it. The driving force of a device that keep the constant flow of charges across the circuit is called electromotive force, or simple EMF. Now we summarize the lecture. That one point that we learned, that the energy difference between 2 points in electric field, the energy difference between 2 points in electric field is called potential difference. Second point, we learned that energy possessed by the charges due to its potential difference between 2 points is called voltage. Third point that we learned, that the driving force of a device that keep the charges for constant flow across circuit is called EMF.